Today is October the 15th, 2015. Cut. Today is October the 15th, 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, indeed. I'm still saying 15. There's very a very short amount of time left in the year, and who knows, maybe even left in your life. This is the modern so-called black magical woman, the way I see them. The way the world sees them. Magical, dark skin, black magics, black girls rock. This is the way they look. This is the way they look at themselves. So for this is a more harmonious, more less caustic version of the new modern black woman. They're not that wistful. They're not that good looking, actually. One of the most celebrated musicians in the world broke it down like this. And he's not wrong.
Stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying now. When these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny, niggas die. Watch, every time. Every funeral you go to, it's a bitch that was horny the night before. Janky shit, I heard a bitch that got a nigga caught up in, man. Man, all this beef around this motherfucker is over a bitch, you know what I'm saying? The bitch be fucking the nigga, you know what I'm talking about, telling the nigga that she love the nigga, you feel me? And then go and fuck the other nigga and tell the nigga she love that nigga. So now both of these niggas having problems because they done found out they both fucking the same bitch. And now these niggas pillow talking, telling the bitch how they gonna smoke each other, you know what I'm saying? Then the bitch end up figuring out which one she gonna love the most, and then she helps set the other nigga up. So then that nigga get whacked, you feel me? And then the other nigga go to jail because the bitch snitched because she really fucking the feds anyway, you know what I'm talking about? And then when they pay that bitch off, she with the next nigga and the shit just gone again. And after she tear up Hunters Point, the bitch moved to Sunnyvale, she moved to Fillmore, Lakeview, you know what I'm saying? That's just what these bitches do. And then you heard it from Juice, nigga. Get paid, holla at your boy. What? You need to start checking these bitches, keep your dick in. Niggas need to go back to the OG penitentiary days and start jacking off. Because if you don't, you're going to end up killing each other. We're going to all die. We got to start saying, fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with a cool female, that's all good. But if you fucking with a bitch, you need to break her ass and shake her ass.
I consider myself a Mgtow because, excuse me, of what Donald Trump and Bill Cosby have gone through. I've been with multiple women at the same time. I've been with many women in my younger days, but I've gone my own way because women are trouble. I'm just going to try to show an example of how I see them.
Y'all, I just had to come and do an upload right now. I'm sitting in my bathroom, y'all, okay? Actually filming some stuff. And I get a text message from my sister. Now, she's at work. She's a working girl. You know, most people who got jobs, they don't text you during the daytime. Oh, wait. Yes, they do because they got jobs and they can't talk on the phone. But they will text the mess out of you. Reaching out. Don't stop texting me because I don't have anybody else to talk to. So listen. She texts me and she says 2 words. Prince died. my heart dropped. And I'm like, why are all of the icons of my era, because I'm older than I look, okay, Black don't cry, we just spread it back, they dying. They dying. Michael died. Whitney died. Now Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince, the whatever the sign is that he had, but you know, he was a very artistic man. The man played all types of instruments. You know, the music that you heard, he pretty much.
We'll bring this back later. I just want to.
Fucking believable.
Prince, I mean, excuse me. My go-to guy, Tommy Sotomayor, my mentor, my protege. He's a very nice man. We don't agree on everything, but we definitely agree on this. We got two different generations of the so-called black woman. That one, and then the old one is going to come up. But these mugs aren't They aren't acting. They're. I'll go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and this is TNN News Raw. A story that was sent to me by a young lady on Twitter. Her name is Night Nurse, and her Twitter handle is Fancy Cheeks. Said, listen to the language of this old woman. Uses and the girl who stole her purse had no edges. Now, this was a funny story because I watched it, and everything you think I talk about black women is illustrated in this story. A hare-hatted hooligan looking like Chewbacca, an old woman doing exactly what I said, teaching the young people how to cuss, because we learned how to cuss from old hoes, and a bad-built bitch who decides to rob an old woman and pretend she didn't do it while being caught on camera. Go ahead and roll that updated model to the origin of BT Bean footage.
That alleged purse snatcher Adrienne Terry is here at Bronx Criminal Court waiting for her moment in front of a judge. But already today she's learned a tough lesson. Miss Bernice is a senior citizen you do not want to mess with. Did you really snatch an 86-year-old woman's purse?
She wants to hurt me. And the bitch don't even know me.
At 86 years old, Bernice Starnes is full of spunk. She's traveled the world, seen a lot, but never anything like this.
I hope that they beat her ass. Some of the women in prison beat her ass every day for long as she's in there.
Some people might say that's harsh.
Well, so what she did to me was even worse.
Tonight, Bernice spoke one-on-one with Pix 11, just minutes after the woman accused of snatching her purse was walked out of the 4-8 police precinct in handcuffs. What did you do with the cash?
Do you feel bad?
Do you have any remorse?
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Investigators say Sunday afternoon, Adrienne Terry was on surveillance video. She allegedly grabbed Bernice's purse from her wheelchair and later tossed it out like a piece of trash. With Adrienne Terry in jail, Bernice's hope?
And she stayed up for the rest of her freaking life.
Officers from the 4-8 police precinct promised Bernice they would bust this criminal. 48 hours after it all went down, Adrienne Terry was charged with grand larceny and petty larceny. We pressed her on the accusations. Do you want to say anything? What did you say?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Bernice, with all of her wisdom and street smarts, isn't buying it. This evening, a detective gave Bernice a ride to the Bronx Criminal Courthouse. And now this 86-year-old is ready to speak her mind one more time during Terry's arraignment. As we spent some time outside of Miss Bernice's building this
They're jokes. They are jokes that are not funny. Look at this. I try not to ever make eye contact with them. I try not to ever. Because every time I speak to one, I blame myself for my own disappointment. They are reprobates. They are the whores of Zion They now work for a for a genre that is being revealed, mocked, and dismissed. The media, news media, multi-ethnic destruction in America.
We saw many of her neighbors coming up, checking on her, making sure that she's okay. And Miss Bernice, she's already planning her next vacation, a cruise to forget about all of this. Reporting live outside of Bronx Criminal Court tonight, Ayana Harry, X11 News.
She wanted to hurt me, and the bitch don't even know me. She sounds just like from the Snoop Dogg song. Well, you better recognize we can jump in, we can do handle this like some gentlemen and get into some gangster shit. So what's up, then, nigga? Listen, this is why we are where we are. The woman Adrian, aka Edges McGee, looked like a nigga I used to go ivory hunting for tusk off the Ivory Coast a long time ago. This nigga was hell in poaching elephants. That's what he did. Anyway, this nigga has come back and tried to poach old BTs. This is the original BT. This is the BTX, the original. Now, I want to point something out to y'all. Edges McGee, and of course I call her Edges McGee, because that fat bitch had no edges. All this shit was gone. The edge is gone, y'all. Oh, where had his bitch edges gone? Oh, where could they be? The bitch edges are non-existent. Now, y'all can say whatever y'all want to, but I'm going to keep saying it. If God didn't give black folks mixed folks, black people wouldn't have very many pretty women. Get mad if you want. That's my job, to piss you off. Now, the original person who programs black children to be disrespectful and unaccountable is the old black bitch.
It's not so much that they're ugly. It's not so much that they wear hair weaves. It's the demonic possession that they are under. You find so many of them that share the same behavior, share the same spirit, the spirit of Judas, the spirit of Jezebel and Eve. It's difficult for me to listen to American history because it sounds like the inversion of the fall of man. How the so-called Columbian exchange brought in the love of diamonds, gold, rocks, and gems and pearls and things you can't eat, exchanging paper for resources, exchanging paper for land. Ugh. And it was led by
In everybody's house right now. That old black bitch that's sitting up in the corner looking like Lou Rawls and shit. That old black bitch that pointing out everything somebody else doing. That old black bitch that's on the porch stealing people's business. That old black bitch. That old black bitches. Them old black bitches.
he's right. Them young ones too. Look at this one.
First time ever I saw your face.
This is Erica Badu. Look what they do to make a video. This is just the top, the tip of the iceberg, as it were. What you won't do for fame, You tried everything, but you came out profane. In my world, there's not you. You're the whore of Babylon. I wouldn't fuck with you.
First time ever with you. Felt your heart so close to mine. And you first time ever I saw
What you won't do for love, love of money. What you won't do. What would you do? How do people see? How are we? How are we seen? Oh, Black Patriarch is another resource, another mentor, somebody who I respect very, very much. And a lot of my work would not exist without the help of Tommy Sotomayor, Black Patriarch, Black Child, Black Child. Oh my goodness, Obsidian Network. So many good, smart brothers out there that are bringing the truth like a hammer. Why you look at this, people go, "Oh, that's not nice. That's really not a nice depiction of black people." But they do everything wrong. They don't know how to fucking cover their mouth when they sneeze. They spit. If it wasn't against the fucking law, they'd be pissing in front of you, pissing near you, on you, splashing their urine on you, gambling their whole community away. Whatever they don't gamble away, they freaking spend in freaking hair products and hair from Asians. I didn't come here looking for trouble. Just look at it. Look at this. It's true.
Detroit's unemployment rate, 12.7%. That compares with the national rate of 8.9. Only half of Michigan counties had increases in population. The rest had declines.
There's new census data that finds the number of people living in the Motor City has plunged to a level not seen in more than a century.
This may be new to their neighborhood, but it's a problem that's been going on in Detroit for years. Abandoned, burned out houses, vacant factories, and overgrown parking lots. Now, needle after needle left behind by people, they say, who come to Detroit to buy their drugs, park here, and leave the dangerous and dirty remnants behind.
Looking at what the tragedy of Detroit, tragedy that was decades in the making, can tell us about America. The city of Detroit has lost nearly 2/3 of its population since its post-war peak. Back in 1950, nearly 2 million people called the Motor City home. Today, that number is barely above 700,000. The tax base in Detroit has utterly evaporated, and now it has become the largest U.S. city in history ever to file for bankruptcy.
Over 1 million people have left the Motor City.
The cars, various industries, and some of the most soul-thumping music of our time. Tonight, Detroit is a statistic.
This was inevitable. Detroit is struggling with an estimated $18 billion of debt and other liabilities.
People fleeing out of Detroit in every direction. All that red is people leaving.
Well, Detroit is a spectacular failure.
The fourth largest city in the U.S. filed for bankruptcy Thursday afternoon.
They went to other places hoping to save themselves from the catastrophe of that city.
the auto industry didn't just fuel it; it built Detroit. The companies were so successful, and the demand for cars went up. After Henry Ford created the $5 day, and cars became affordable to the masses, production increased, and with the increase in production meant jobs. So you had people moving from all over the country to Detroit for the auto jobs, because it was much better for them to be in a city and to get a job which paid a steady wage than to be working in the field, which may or may not yield a good harvest some years. So people flocked to the city, and it became one of the biggest, most metropolitan communities in the United States, all because of the auto industry.
The U.S. auto industry boomed, and Detroit attracted more and more African Americans from the South, many of whom were able to own their own homes and live their version of the American dream. With thousands of new residents pouring into Detroit to work in the factories that were producing the planes, tanks, and bullets for World War II, tensions between black and white Detroiters dominated the streets. Poor housing conditions and high rents in the black neighborhoods along Hastings Street added fuel to the fire.
Frequently called the most cosmopolitan city of the Midwest, Detroit today stands at the threshold of a bright new future.
It was one of the worst big city riots of the 60s. In only 5 days, 43 people were killed, 700 fires were set, 2,500 stores were looted, 7,000 people were arrested.
As the 70s dawned and the flames of 12th Street slowly cooled, the white population of Detroit began one of the largest migrations in U.S. history. In 1960, Detroit had almost 1.2 million white residents. By 1980, there were only 400,000. Businesses evaporated. Once thriving commercial strips like Gratiot, Grand River, and Livernois became ghost towns.
The crime of murder is not unusual in this country, and nowhere is that more apparent than in Detroit.
The 750 murders last year was a record for Detroit, murder capital of the country. Detroit's murder rate is twice that of New York and Chicago. It is 4 times that of some cities. Why does Detroit have more murders? Drug pushers, procurers, killers are considered heroes of sorts. Drugs play a part in about 1/4 of the killings, but experts say just living in such miserable surroundings causes frustrations that lead to violence. And violence is common here.
I get that nervous feeling. Sometimes I'm looking from one side to the other, behind and front, afraid someone might walk up behind me, push me down and snatch my purse.
The murder rate soared. According to FBI statistics, in 1960, there had been 172 homicides in the city. In 1970, there were 495, and by 74, there were nearly 800. Detroit had ceased to be Motown and was now known all across America as the Murder City.
Other cities have all the problems Detroit has, but for some reason as yet unknown, their citizens don't kill each other as often. Other cities have all the problems Detroit has, but for some reason as yet unknown, their citizens don't kill each other as often.
The hoods are taking over the school.
Guns, knives.
It's a situation of constant terror and constant anxiety, and students are getting killed outside schools. Intruders are coming in, running through schools, assaulting.
I know so many so-called black people, African Americans, are afraid of. This is a very good video. How black people destroyed Detroit. How they destroy everything. I guarantee you, if I'm walking across the street, motherfucking black women pull into the pedestrian crossing and sit there and wait while they block your path. I sit there and wait and look at them and say, I can't stand you motherfuckers to be so cruel. Black people are the cruelest people that I've ever known to each other. Not to other people, to each other. Miss Mammy in the class, I have video of it, but I'm not gonna use it yet. Maybe like, but this is Miss Mammy. She sneaks out her bag of chocolates. Like, I fucking love chocolates, right? She shows it to the white girl while she's making sure that I don't see what she's doing while I'm completely looking at what she's doing. She gives the white girl some chocolates. And she puts it in the bag, and they're like, I hope he didn't see it because he's going to ask me for some. Like, I don't want any of your damn chocolate. I don't want anything from you. When you see me out in the public, don't motherfucking speak to me. Don't act like you know me, because I will, at the very, very least of least, be polite. That is it. That is it. I'm going to try to end this video. I look at them stand in line to give money away to gamble. The Powerball! Oh! Praise God! We got the Powerball! That is the most tremendous oxymoron that I've ever heard. The most ridiculous. They cut the line to give their money away to the beast. They stand in line to give their money to the beast. Wouldn't give you 5 fucking cents. I hate them mugs, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to.
I depend on Tommy Sotomayor a lot. And you're gonna believe the shit that you see. Raising Cain.
Black mothers, yes, the bastard sons and daughters, the niggly cubs, the teenage almost bears. The Broward County judge was trying to sentence a couple of teenagers who had went on several joyrides as they took one car to another car in Grand Theft Auto real life. Now, the problem wasn't the sentencing. No. The problem was the fact that niggas have low IQ. And in America, that low IQ is rewarded by white liberals. Because of white liberals, we see the situation that you're about to look at right now that happened back in March. Yep, niggas deciding that no matter how many guns are in the courtroom, no matter how many cops are in the courtroom, no matter how many judges or prosecutors, we're going to act a jackass. Even when we're not the ones that's on the stand or being sentenced. Because that's what we can do. Go ahead, roll that niggly bean footage. Release the hounds.
A Broward County courtroom turned into a circus Tuesday. What was supposed to be a serious situation was met with laughing, smiling, kicking, cursing, and outbursts. Just one day after police say 14 suspects led them on a multi-city chase. Get that off me, The end result, more individuals being taken into custody.
Hush your mouth. I said it.
At the hearing for 15-year-old Maurice Thomas, the suspected driver, and 15-year-old Thomas Butler, seen here smiling for our cameras, the pair seem to show up to show out in front of a judge. They're already accused of stealing cars and running from police. Also, the four suspects are wanted for crimes in Broward, Palm Beach, and Martin counties. It started Monday evening when police say 4 teens stole this blue car at Lighthouse Point, then ditched it in Lauderdale Lakes, took off across this field, and stole another car, police say. The suspects were caught, but the antics continued Tuesday in the courtroom when their friends were belligerent, then refused to leave. In the end, several more were arrested.
Well. All I gotta say is, where's the Florida lake when you need one? I mean, there was one that gathered up some niggas and let them drown inside of it. Why couldn't there be a lake that just randomly pop up and them little niggas drive in it and they just drown somewhere? Gator bait is what a lot of white people call them. Now, I know what you're saying. No, I actually don't, because I don't give a damn. Here's the truth. A lot of these black folks are coming from, you guessed it, incest. Look at how crazy they look. Then the black girls look like black dudes. Look black.
Incest in the so-called African American community. 2 of my cousins made a baby. Did you hear what I said? Did you fall out of your chair? Let me repeat what I said. 2 of my cousins made a baby. And that baby is a friend of mine on Facebook. I'm not going to bust anybody out. If I did I have a very small number, which I'm very proud of. Nearly 36,000 views on YouTube. My grandfather was killed by an axe, with an axe by his son. My family is everything that I show you. My cousin was in the Olympics. My cousin got 3rd place. I'm not in that race. I'm not in the race of trying to integrate. Except for I want to integrate knowledge. I want to integrate in just look at the video.
It's bare, but show that you care and share. Anyway, this is a story about a pack of Detroit niggas, niggly bears. Yep, these little niggly cubs have taken up, well, bears and cubs, but they've taken over a Detroit gas station. This happened back in 2012. They took over a gas station. Not one parent came to take their kid home. Not anybody in those children's lives came to take them home. Now, they took over this gas station, and the news came to talk about it with the owner and the people who took it over. And guess what? The little nigga.
Wild Kingdom. Pharaoh children. Pharaoh children. Without a father. With a mother who doesn't give a fuck. Who wants to be at the club. Smoking on dubs. These are Pharaoh children.
Bold enough to talk to the news people. Don't believe me? Go ahead and roll that niggly bean footage.
Release the hounds.
They own this gas station, but they're the ones running it.
My store, destroying my business.
My solution is shut it down. I wouldn't care.
They're teens, some call them thugs. They've invaded and taken over this gas station.
and the owner says they're about to put him out of business. On the edge tonight, a gas station owner who says a gang of young punks walked into his business and refused to leave, scaring away his customers, acting like they own the place. In fact, that's exactly what they told Fox 2's Alexis Wiley when she confronted those guys.
How would you feel if your business was being held hostage by a group of teenagers?
I fucking hate this shit. When these motherfuckers show up with their fucking weaves on and shit, you are the most offensive. I'm more offended by you than I am by those kids. I'm more offended by your fucking delusion that you are a white woman with that fucking yak on your fucking hair. Fuck. An acronym for fornication under consent of king. And I've never seen a better example of fornication under consent of king. You are under the consent of the king. I fucking can't stand you motherfuckers. Won't let me cross the fucking pedestrian crossing and shit. You block the fucking pedestrian crossing. You deny me everything. Everything. Everything.
Exactly what's happening at one Detroit gas station. The owner says these teens aren't just a nuisance, they're getting dangerous.
There's a lot of good people around here. You know, they're my customer. We dealt with them for years.
But a lot of those good people don't come here anymore because this man may own this gas station, but they're the ones running it.
This is Bad Crew gas station.
Bad Crew gas station?
Bad Crew.
What's that?
If you don't know, I can't even tell you.
If you think this kid's got some nerve, take a look at what these teens do when they think no one's watching.
30, 40 guys in front of the station, inside the store, destroying my store, destroying my business.
The store's surveillance cameras capture large groups of young men just hanging out inside the store, smoking cigarettes. This guy gets so comfortable that he sits on the counter and actually spits into the sink. The owner says most of this happens while he...
I spit. You spit. We all spit. I shit, you shit, we all shit. Only black motherfuckers do that shit. Like, right in front of you. That's what I do, nigga. I spit, okay? I spit on your shoes. If I didn't think that you was big enough for me to freaking pound me into the ground. But that's okay, because if you did do it, then I would call it racism. We're gonna end this video.
The clerks are usually too scared to say anything, so they just quit.
I have 4 kids. I can't even go and see my kids.
What do police do when you call them and they get here and see all these guys?
Well, see, when they come here, everybody leave. 2 minutes later, they come back and lowering again.
Undercover narcotics officers are here fairly often, and teens are being arrested. But as you can see, that's not enough to stop them or get them to care.
Just these past 2 weeks, there's been people here from Reverend Marvin Winer's ministry that's come here and has tried to, talk to the young people to give them some type of incentive. But it's just, it's just out of hand. It's just been going too long.
People are scared and don't want to come here because
you gotta get that
there's
together,
so many.
That's his fault.
They see me cleaning outside, they get mad. Why you keep cleaning? Why you doing this? It's a neighborhood, it's a hood station.
We tried to raise young people around here that they would be concerned and care about the area. And, and this is what we have to contend with.
The owner says he'd walk away from this place if he didn't owe so much. Meanwhile, he keeps working and keeps hoping that these teens find somewhere else to hang out.
Your head's always here. What's gonna happen? Is someone's gonna get shot? Is someone's gonna rob you? It's just too much stuff.
Now, I contacted Detroit police. They tell me they will continue to respond to calls for help. Meanwhile, the best thing for this owner to do is to hire an off-duty police officer to protect his station at some of the worst hours. He tells me that is something that he is now prepared to do. I'm Alexis Wiley, Fox 2 News.
Well, well, well. What you just got an example of how these liberal cities want you to listen to this, or excuse me, the Black Lives Matter people and liberal cities want you to listen to this police-free zone. See, this is a police-free zone because they're not policing this area. And niggas aren't policing themselves. Nobody from the neighborhood is doing anything to the little niggas. Nope. The store owner can't do anything because he doesn't want to be perceived as racist. That's why even in his explanation, he had to say, there are plenty of good people here. Every time you talk about nigger shit, you gotta qualify it by saying, well, it's not all black people. Fuck that. Nobody should have to say this. You don't go into a neighborhood, I haven't seen it on TV, where a bunch of them white dudes take over the damn store and won't let the man run his business. Now the man says, look, I can't get up under this place where I work at because I own it and I'm upside down. I owe a bunch of money on it. But see, niggas, they don't have a stake in the United States, the majority of them. That's why they say, our ancestors worked for free. And so you're taking their paycheck, is what you're saying? Well, the reason why they tear up shit and do things like spit in your sink, because they have no money invested in anything. Without the help of the white man, the average black Negro in America would fall and die. Now we'll blame it on slavery. We'll blame it on a lot of stuff. A lot of these young black men had great granddads who knew how to work, who knew how to build, and who knew how to keep a neighborhood, keep a family. But right now, all we know how to do is keep up trouble. And the liberals are allowing this. Why would the police not be there every day? Remember, they always show up at some silly incident and then someone dies. Here's a place where someone needs to die. Everyone in front of their store. I don't care. That man needs to be able to make a living. And he's not being allowed to make a living because niggas keep fucking with him. So what needs to happen? Well, he needs to be able to walk out there one day with an AK or with anything he can find. Now, here's the biggest problem. Black folks love to try and act like white people have no reason to fear them. That white people shouldn't be feeling like, I don't know, these niggas really aren't good people. Well, again, this so-called band of blacks, pack of niggas in my Mel Gibson voice, these pack of niggas, they weren't afraid of white police. They weren't afraid of non-white store owners. Now, if the man that came and shot a nigga, they'd have said, they be coming in our neighborhoods and killing us. But niggas will push you to kill them. I will say this again. Niggas push you to kill them. The average person wants to just avoid niggas. You know, like when I go out of my yard, I want to avoid scorpions, snakes, and the occasional coyote. But if I just couldn't avoid the coyote and the snake, I'd probably have to cut the snake's head off, step on the scorpion, and the coyote's gonna get shot. Yes, he is. If he just won't leave me the fuck alone. Now these are animals. They don't know any better. I see why they call blacks animals, because most of them don't know any better. Now, it's easier for me to say it because I wear the skin of the soulless animal, the black American. I don't mind saying it anymore because I've had a life, what, I'm 40? Most of my life I've been subjected to niggas, in and out of my family. And I can tell you from my 40 years of experience, the majority of black people that I've ever run into are full of shit, drama queens, and will murder someone at the drop of a hat, will try to ruin somebody's stuff. So everything that the world believes, the stereotypes about blacks, in general is true. I'm not going to try to fight them. I'm going to try and make sure that people understand I'm waving the white flag. I'm not with them niggas. I will try my best to let you be able to navigate through them, but I'm black just like them. And I don't know how to decide or figure out which one is a nigga and which one isn't. I'm telling you from personal experience. Blacks I thought that were upstanding, good blacks, and if you just stop, if you broke up with them, y'all go your own way, or if you stop doing business with them, y'all go your own way. Well, I got my feelings hurt. So, why would me being a black person, or you being a black person, and you know what I'm saying is true, have a hard time telling the difference between blacks and niggas, and then turn around and expect someone else to who's outside of that group? These niggas in Detroit are fucking horrible. We all know Detroit and Michigan is a America's toilet bowl.
All right, you understand. That's me. I didn't come here looking for trouble. All I want to do is warn you mugs. Like Tupac, like Tommy Sotomayor.
Stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying now. When these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny, niggas die. Watch, every time. Every funeral you go to, it's a bitch that was horny the night before.
Janky shit, I heard a bitch that got a nigga caught up in, man. Man, all this beef around this motherfucker is over a bitch, you know what I'm saying? The bitch be fucking the nigga, you know what I'm talking about, telling the nigga that she love the nigga, you feel me? And then go and fuck the other nigga and tell the nigga she love that nigga. So now both of these niggas having problems because they done found out they both fucking the same bitch. And now these niggas pillow talking, telling the bitch how they gonna smoke each other, you know what I'm saying? And then the bitch end up figuring out which one she gonna love the most, and then she helps set the other nigga up. So then that nigga get whacked, you feel me? And then the other nigga go to jail because the bitch snitched because she really fucking the feds anyway, you know what I'm talking about? And then when they pay that bitch off, she with the next nigga and the shit just gone again. And after she tear up Hunters Point, the bitch moved to Sunnyvale, she moved to Fillmore, Lakeview, you know what I'm saying? That's just what these bitches do. And then you heard it from Juice, nigga. Get paid, holla at your boy. What?
You need to start checking these bitches, keep your dick in. Niggas need to go back to the OG penitentiary days and start jacking off. Because if you don't, you're going to end up killing each other. We're going to all die. We got to start saying, fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with a cool female, that's all good. But if you fucking with a bitch, you need to break her ass and shake her ass.
Break her ass and shake her ass. And don't break her ass. Motherfucking just ignore her ass. I didn't come here looking for trouble. I'm just trying to tell you where the problem is. It's not motherfucking Hillary Clinton. It's not motherfucking Donald Trump. Not Obama. It's you motherfuckers. It's you motherfuckers who don't realize that charity begins at home. Good night. Good fucking night.